Got a praise in my heart, got a praise on my lips, got a praise in every chance that I get. I get so excited about what he's done for me. So excited, yeah. So excited about what God's done for me. So excited, I get. Got a praise in my heart, got a praise on my lips, got a praise in every chance that I get. I get so excited about what God's done for me. So excited, I get so excited about what God's done for me. So excited, yes. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. This is Conversations with Fran, and I'm your host, Francesca White. Happy Friday to you. I hope all is well. I hope you've had a great week. We're going to get into it. So much has happened. And I'm just trying to roll with the punches, but it is what it is. But I'm so happy to see you all tonight. Do me a favor, as always, like, subscribe, and share. Hit that good share button on Facebook if you're watching from Facebook. If you're watching from YouTube, go ahead and hit the thumbs up on the video. I would appreciate that. Thank you ever so much. As always, subscribe to the tribe, 855-926-1023. Type the word tribe and you will get an instant message from me letting you know that you are now officially a part of the CWF tribe, the Conversations with Fran tribe. Listen, great things happening on the Just Fran channel. Not sure if you picked up on it on Wednesday, but there was a Wednesday word, and we got a commercial coming up in a minute, and we'll talk about that. It's been a lot of things going on in the news. Come on, somebody. Maybe that's why I think I'm a little bit more melancholy. I'll probably pick up in a minute when I get to talking about some stuff. But it has definitely been an interesting week. A lot of things that have transpired is enough to kind of leave you. What was the show? The things that make you go, You know, it's been like that. All right. All right. Good evening, Miss Mary. Miss Mary Smith. Good evening, Miss Mary Wynn. Listen, y'all. We hosted an event at my church. In the back parking lot, we had our Mother's Day uh, Sisters in Paint. We had a DJ. We had great food. We had strawberries, chocolate strawberries by our very own Carolyn Smith. We talk about it all the time here on the Conversations with Fran show. We always talk about she is one of our vendors, and I'm so excited that everyone was able to enjoy her delectable treats, huh? How about that? So, as always, we do our shout outs to the tribe. Shout outs to the tribe. Yes, 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 yes. All right. All right, so it's always been the Tribe Glorified Christian Times for your updates on everything going on with the church. Speaking of things that are going on with the church, shout out to the Western region of the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship going on right now in Compton. At the Unity Fellowship Church under the leadership, of Bishop Johnny Withers. I believe this is his first one that he's hosting. And so, congratulations to the Western region. The presiding bishop, Bishop Joseph Walker, is the speaker tonight. So, I promise you, if you're watching the show, you could actually be getting dressed right now. I know I said the service starts between 7 and 7:30, but you will still have time. You can be on your way listening to me while you in the car on your way to church, because I promise you, by the time I get done, you're gonna have a reason to give God praise. First of all, because you made it there without laughing your face off. That's one. Two, because the world is so jacked up. And it was National Prayer Day yesterday. Isn't that amazing that National Prayer Day fell on Cinco de Mayo? I'm going to say it. You thinking it. How many of y'all prayed over your margaritas? Huh? No? No? No habla español? Okay. Anyway, boom, boom. So anyway, so that's what's going on with church. There's some stuff going on, but as always, you can keep up to date online with the Glorified Christian Times. All right, moving right along. As always, you can support the Joyful Gospel Hour on Tuesday night from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Facebook and as well as on YouTube. And your host is Pastor Michael Larry. All right. If you got new music, you can send it in. The information is there and it's available. That's that. Matter of fact, at the bottom, I'm going to put if there are any other vendors, anyone that's looking would like their information or whatever you have going on with your show, or you have a product or something like that, and you want it, you want me to talk about it, feel free to send your information to fy@justfriendbrand.com, and I will add it to the lineup. As of right now, free of charge. I'm building, you building. Let's do it together. How about it? Then Miss Glenda, Sisters with Amazing Grace. She also has smooth skin products for you. Get your skin together for the summer. You know, we have melanin and we like it to stay nice and bright and non-ashy. Wait, while I'm talking to my hand, I'm a little ashy because I washed my hands and I used a lot of hand sanitizer today. But you know, pray my strength in the Lord. Anywho, but yes, please go ahead and support her. You can hit her up and she can put you in touch with her daughter, who has an amazing, smooth swag uh um skincare line. Good grief. Trying to get it together. There we go. All right. Check them out. Check them out. Moving right along. Prom season is it. Listen, prom season is here. Graduation time is here. Celebrate. Get that good 360 shot. Don't be bootleg and tied on a string and let your little grandkid run around in a circle. I promise you they're going to trip, fall over something, and you don't have insurance. So go ahead and let the professionals do it and get the the 360 photo expressions. The prices are there on the screen. Contact Miss Angela. I promise you she will take care of you. All right. And as I already said, Miss Carolyn with the Crisette Sweets and Edible Treats. Enjoy yourself. Honey, she had strawberry lemonade for us on Saturday. It was absolutely delish. I don't think I've had anything that she's made that was nasty. It would have just been a matter of it's just not something that I like. Kind of like I don't like bread pudding. Because in my head, I can't stop telling myself that this is bread ends. I just, no. All right, I'm going to leave it alone. Because some of you appreciate it, some of you love it. Now, my mom did get one from somewhere, and it was actually pretty good. But I had one that it was all drizzled down and had a whole bunch going on with it. And I was like, this is some home pride in this. This probably ain't even home pride. Maybe that's why I didn't like it, because it wasn't the kind of bread I like. Anyway, let me shut up. I ain't trying to kill nobody's dreams. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Yes, I had to get that run out of my system. But check this out, and I'll be right back. Okay. Have you heard? Wednesday's got the word. Check out this clip. He said he prepared that way for me. He made the crooked way straight. All I had to do was show up. All I had to do was be willing. He already told me it's mine. He already told me that he was with me. He already told me that I could have it. He already spoke over me and said that it would be great. So what I'm not about to do is let you talk me out of my blessing. Let you talk me out of what God has for me. You stop letting folks talk you out of your blessing because it seems too big. Because it seems like it's more than what you can do. No, that's not what it is. It's not that it's more than what you can do. Some folk are just afraid that you might ask them for help. But the ones that act like they're afraid that you might ask for help, those ain't the ones that's gonna help you anyway. So what you worried about? Why are you listening to them? Okay, all right. Let me stop listening. Just know those are not the ones. Ain't nothing to get mad about. You just not the one that's supposed to get to the promised land with me. Period. It's okay. Die here. That was hard. Yeah. So it's life. Anyway. Join me on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. for Wednesday Word on the Just Fran channel. This is something new that's being added, and it might not be Wednesday, it might be a Tuesday word, it might be a Monday word, but it all depends on how it all fits into our schedules, and it's up to you, tribe, to let me know what day works for you, and we're going to get this word in. We need that word in the middle of the week sometimes, just to get us through to the end of the week. But I'm going to let you get back to the conversations with Fran because I know she got some stuff to talk about. Peace. I come to stop my feet. What y'all think about that? Shout out to Mike Burrell. That music, man, that boy. Listen, Mike Burrell is an amazing musician. He put that little video clip up on Instagram, and I could not let it go. I said, you know what? That's what I want to hear when I'm getting ready to start Bible study. I don't know what you come to do. That's it right there. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Look what I grabbed. Oh man, you can't see it. Okay, you can. You won't be able to see. I pulled up my painting that I did last week. I told you that my church, they hosted the Sisters in Paint for Mother's Day. And so I had a chance to paint after everything was over because let me tell you, I was dog tired. And it was actually very relaxing. But the problem is you're not going to really be able to see it because the screen is green. And because I have a green screen behind me, it's going to fade into it. And the only thing you're going to be able to see is the women. You see how it faded everything out? How it faded into my background? Don't you just love technology? Ooh, I love it too. But yeah, but you can still see my ladies. You can. I guess at this distance you can't see how crooked their eyes are. Thank the Lord, because let me tell you something. By the eyes, they're a little weak. They're out of the lineage of Leah. Anyway. But yeah, about the Bible study thing. For those that checked in and saw it, and thank you to so many of you on Facebook that you went back and watched it afterwards, your comments, listen, I love you guys dearly. And it's like I'm always looking for another way of how can I connect with you all? How can I get this word out there? And that was just one of the clips from the Bible study. That one might have been a bit harsher to the point, but listen, that word got good and I got upset all at the same time because I don't know, man, when I talk about the children of Israel, it really just reminds us of how we are now and the stuff that we do. So y'all bear with me, but I'm grateful for you and I love you all so much. I love you all so much for joining in and being there. All right. Okay, so tonight we got some topics to get into, but my first little funny that really trips me out, and those of you, listen, I already know everybody on you're gonna get this. You're definitely, you're gonna get this. All right. Oh, let me get the banners out your way. Hold on. Ain't this the truth? In today's edition of Ain't This the Truth, you want to make black people upset. Run out of obituaries at the funeral. Listen. You don't even have to know the person you sitting next to, but you'll start talking mess about ain't got no obituary. How we supposed to know what's happening? They have an officiant. The person is gonna stand up there at the pulpit and tell you, trust me, you gonna get your 2 minutes. They don't have no more programs. Go ask the driver of the limit that had the body in it. Go ask him. See if he got one on the front seat. Go ask the ushers. You know they be sticking them in that back closet. You know, Cobra got two over there. You know how boy, listen, stop playing. Stop playing. You already know. You already know how we do. We cut up bad at a funeral. What you mean you ain't got no more programs? But when they get here, and then or they'll ask the church, can y'all go make a copy of it? And then don't get there and have to get one of the black and white copies. I can't even see the people in the pictures. I can't see the people. I can't see the people in the pictures. If I get the black and white copy, uh-uh. What you talking about? What you mean? Y'all know we bad. Y'all know we bad. All right. Oh, but then the question that always wears me out. The question that always wears me out is, who got the body? Did we talk about that a couple of weeks ago? Who got the body? I want to know who got the body. Angela's got the body. Oh, he gonna look like he gonna wake up. Wait, but I'm gonna tell you I'm telling you the truth. I don't know what type of oil Angela's use, but you be looking at him like, wake up. Wake up right now. You see all these people looking at you. I'm trying to tell you. They look. When you say sleep in heavenly, that's what you think of. Wait a minute, while I'm talking about Angela's, listen, don't mind me, y'all. So I had to sing at a funeral at Angela's chapel. This was my first time singing at their chapel. They had this dome effect and the lights changed colors. And when it was a very, somber moment, the lights went warm. And, I'm like, I said, if this ain't some mind control in here, y'all, because all of a sudden I don't even know the person. And I'm getting teary eyed. My Lord, why you take up? He was 90. The Lord was ready for him. Okay, let me stop. Because just as you're 90 don't mean you're supposed to die. Live long and prosper. Spark your life all the way. But let me tell you, okay, so I'm trying to be easy with this transition, but it just seems like it's not going to be an easy one. So I'm just going to put it up on the screen. And I'm going to let the Lord have his way in your life, okay? Because, wait. Before we get to that, I do have something before that. Whew, thank you, Lord, because listen, tonight's going to be a little, hold your mule. Hold your mule. I'm just trying to tell you. All right, let's talk about this first. Because remember, I just, we always talk about it's time to go back to church. It's time to get back into it. Let the Lord have his way. Go to those afternoon services. Just wear your mask. MASS. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Let's put it up on the. Oh, I took over the screen, so that's why it's not there anymore. So let me back up. Boom. There we go. What's up, church? All right, this comes from Pastor Darius Nixon. I found this on Facebook. He said, money has destroyed how churches used to fellowship with the other. Money has destroyed how churches used to fellowship with the other. A gentleman who shall remain anonymous, not because he said anything bad. He said, welcome to the day and age where pastors won't even agree to come preach without a predetermined honorarium, and musicians won't even show up to a service unless a check is involved. We have to get back to relationships, with the relationships fellowship and God at the center of it all. The money will take care of itself. Okay, listen, y'all. Going visiting to churches is, it is not like it used to be. And I'm talking about pre-pandemic, things had already begun to change. At one time, there was a time when churches fellowship because the pastor of this church used to be a member of this one, and they were called to lead this church. So they maintained the fellowship. And so that way they could, because you don't normally get to see that pastor or celebrate that pastor. So that's when you come over, and you support them. Normally it's like for anniversaries or for choir annual days, because sometimes it's the only time we can all get together. I have friends, I remember Oh, my goodness. I remember we would do a concert. It was an annual thing. We would go to Church of the Living God. Listen, my church family, we would go to Church of the Living God faithfully every year. I believe it was in January. And they came to us in October. It was either October or what? It had to either be September or October because November and December we were already always busy getting ready for Thanksgiving, getting ready for our Christmas program, right? Okay. But without fail, we would go over there, honey. We took the pastor's choir, we took the inspirational voices choir, we took uh the senior choir, we took the male chorus sometimes, and let me tell you, when Church of the Living God would come to us, baby, they had wardrobe changes like they were the Wilmington, the Chester, what's that choir? The one, Jesus will work it out if you let Jesus will. They had wardrobe changes, honey. You used to, you had to see them folk come in there with all them robes. And I'm not talking about 10 people. I It would be 30, 35 folk up in that choir stand. And I'm talking about belting it out. And we would go over there and child, we had church. Child, we had church. You understand? Church. Okay. Now about these musicians. I believe that my church might be the last of the Mohicans that actually has musicians that are actually okay, well, this is half and half. Three of the musicians are actually members of the church. Okay. My mother is not technically a member of the church, but she's been the musician for the church for years. Okay, look, it ain't really no because I'm 40. So Lord knows she ain't 39 no more. Secrets out. Sorry, sis. But no, for real. So she's been the musician 40 plus years. That much I can definitely say. For sure. Okay. So long gone are the days that it's like, oh, this is our fellowship and they going. And even at that, a donation was given. True that. But most churches right now, all of their musicians are hired in. And most of them have only been with the church under 10 years. Let's just be honest. Okay? So, now, as far as the pastors going and this one won't do this and this won't do that. Okay, listen, saints, listen. Some would say that when you're going visiting to these churches and stuff, all you're doing is just, you just trading dollars, you brought 200 to me for my anniversary, so I'm gonna bring 200 to you. Now, unless that person just feels led, because sometimes when let's say I'm a pastor and I'm going to my pastor's church. Well, technically, I don't care what he brought me for my anniversary because I'm honoring him. Whatever the blessing is that I want to bestow upon him, that's what I'm going to give. If it's something less or something that is considered mediocre for whatever the reason, I would holler at my pastor before the service and tell, listen, there's a famine in the land, bruh. All right. I can't bring 500 like I did before. Please accept, silver and gold have I none, but such as I have, I give unto thee. All right. That's why just hit them with the words sometime, then move on. Let me get off this topic because, I really didn't want to spend too much time on it, but, people of God, let's be clear. Things have changed. Yes, they have. Should there be more relationship and fellowship? Yes, there should. But just because it's not happening in every scenario doesn't mean it's not happening at all. Okay, it is a reality. There are still churches that have genuine fellowships. Okay, sometimes things change as leadership changes, and whatever the case may be, sometimes there's some other reasons as to why things are the way that they are. So sometimes, we can't look at things from just a blanketed, just from a surface level. There's some underlying things as well. All right. Praise God. Praise God. All right. Well, let me just give y'all a minute to take that in real quick. Yep. Y'all see that? All right. Kevin Samuels, 1.4 million subscribers. Controversial relationship guru, dead at 56. Kevin Samuels is known for some very, very outlandish statements made to women in regards to them not being good enough for women that say, I want a man with six figures and got 4 or 5 cars and can and can take care of me and can this and can that, and then he turns right up and what do you bring to the table? He just always came across as being so harsh to big women, tell them you need to lose weight before you get with a man. That's why would a man that's working out in the gym and doing all this want to be with your fat butt? All kind of stuff like that. He just always said some outlandish things. But if you want to know where he's going, you're gonna have to find out on Judgment Day. I don't know. I ain't got no heaven or hell to put the good brother in. But what I will say to you is, as harsh as he was on women and their choices, I just want to say this. Don't play with God's people. Don't don't play with his creations. God created women. Women make choices just like men make choices. And I will have you know that this good brother, people ask, well, how did he die? Well, have you ever seen the movie Color Purple? When Celie walked by Mister's wife and she stopped and she looked at her and she said, how did he die? And the girl looked up at her. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all figure out the rest. If you have not seen the movie, well, I guess I just gave you a reason to watch Color Purple. It is a signature line. Celie leans down and she says, how'd he die? She looks up, she goes, on top me. Mr. Kevin Samuels had a heart attack. He began complaining of chest pains and he collapsed atop the individual, the young lady that he met the day before. Checkmate by God. That's all I'm gonna say on that. I don't think there's anything else left to be said. It was a trip. We were in listen, social media world was in an uproar yesterday because they were waiting on this story to be confirmed that this man who caused so many people, talk about get your 15 minutes of fame. And there's so many people, and I've heard a lot of harsh things said about him and about his death. Listen, I don't care what kind of person you don't just go wishing death on anybody, and saying the person got what they deserve. Who are you to say that a person got what they deserved? Okay. Okay. Yes. Yeah. The Bible says live by the sword, die by the sword. But look, you didn't write the Bible, so you shut up. Okay. And you just pray your strength in the Lord and pray that the Lord continues to forgive you. Because first thing, when I hear that a person died, my first question is, Lord, did they have an opportunity to meet you? Did they have an opportunity to accept you in the pardon of their sin? You may not like his personality, but the brother still got a soul. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Like we all got a judgment throne to stand, but there are those that will have to stand before the judgment throne. So it's not, we don't have to do all of that. Okay. But it just, because of the things that he said, it caused a lot of people to be angry. It caused a lot of women. And this is the thing. Some people feel like the only reason why women got mad is because he was right. You know, because he took the position of, because women are always like, oh, you ought to take care of me. You ought to this. And entitlement. That's the word I'm looking for. Because, some of the women that he had on his show, they always came from a place of entitlement. And so he flipped the script, and it's like, well, as brothers that go to school and are well educated and have six figures, the only reason I shouldn't have to spend my money on you just because you look cute. What's in your head? You want me to spend my money on you and your children? Where are their fathers? He asked those hard questions, stuff like that. So this is why some people really just disliked him, and there are those who appreciated him because he brought another perspective to the conversation about relationships. Okay, but fact of the matter is, the man is dead. May you rest in peace. Pray your soul is right with the Lord. All right. In other news, Dave Chappelle attacked on stage by attendee. Dave Chappelle was performing at the Hollywood Bowl, said to have entertained over 70 million people over the course of the days that he was performing at the Hollywood Bowl. As he was beginning his set 2 days ago, a young man by the name of Isaiah rushed the stage with a gun that had a knife that flips out of it. When he attacked Dave, he literally tackled him. Dave Chappelle goes down, and his security comes from everywhere, on top of Hollywood Bowl security. Okay. And he is tackled. He tries to get away. I don't know what was so slippery on that stage, but it was one go down, two go down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, they just kept falling. They just kept falling. And so this was not just, mm-mm. Listen, wait, because I want y'all to be able to see that real good. There you go. You guys see that? When I say they took this man down, they took him down, okay? I mean, his arm, how they used to sing that song, you won't leave the same in Jesus' name. Let me tell you, he did not. His arm is twisted and broke, and they still put a handcuff on it. Online blog says this man, online news says, Daily News says, this man tried to attack Dave Chappelle last night during his performance at the Hollywood Bowl, and this was the result. One arm ends up in a sling, and the other arm is twisted and broken from the shoulder. I mean, they stumped this man out. Okay? Stumped him out. Now, the thing is, they said that Dave Chappelle asked the police if he could talk to him. Dave Chappelle asked if he could speak to the individual, and he told him, he asked him, what was the purpose of the attack? Isaiah said he was trying to get He was trying to get attention because of his grandmother who is being removed from her housing due to gentrification. Gentrification? You just rushed Dave Chappelle on stage. You didn't get an opportunity to say nothing. Let me tell you something. Listen, y'all be careful. You got to be careful because with this world, people will do anything to get attention. And a lot of folks are saying that this had a lot to do with it. Now, listen, people. Listen. Will Smith, yes, um Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. Guess who was in the audience of Dave Chappelle's show? Chris Rock. And for the first time, Chris Rock made a statement about what happened with him. Because Dave said, I got slapped by somebody that just, someone that just sat up in the audience and decided to come hit me. It was random. And Chris Rock's response was, yeah, and I got slapped by one of the softest rappers in the industry. There has been a hush. Nothing has been said. No, he has not had a response, but there was a response from Chris Rock's mother, which was very. It was very. It kind of hit you in the chest a little bit. Her statement, because she said, when Will Smith slapped my son, it was like he slapped me. That's my child, and you put your hands on my child, so that it was, we had her perspective. There have been things that the brothers have said, but out of Chris Rock's mouth, all he ever said when he went to his first show after it immediately happened was, I'm not talking about it. Right. And so, like, I believe there's a interview of Will Smith on the Letterman show coming on tonight. But it's not going to have anything to do with it. He's not going to talk about what happened because this particular episode was recorded prior to the incident occurring. You know what I'm saying? So now a lot of people have said many things about, who's to blame for what's going on, who's to blame for people feeling like they can just do these things now, run up on stage and do things to people. There are a whole lot of things. They've been trying to blame it on Will Smith, saying that now you've created this thing where now people feel like they can run up on stage and they can just do whatever they want to do. There are those that are blaming it on Trump because of the insurrection, what happened, at the Capitol back on January 6th of last year. There's so many things that people are trying to say as a reason for why people are doing. Let me tell you something. When I was coming up in high school, we had a phrase, run up and get done up. Okay? Y'all better stop running up on people. Please. Like, stop it. And it's like, okay, wait a minute. Is it like now we got to put a barrier up on stages where you can't get to them? And I'm wondering, is this why you think about it? If you go to some of the older theaters, the band pit separates the stage from the audience. So if you were going to try to get up on that stage, you'd have to run through the band pit. And you have to jump down. Remember when Kirk Franklin fell? He came off the edge of that stage and down he went. You know what I'm saying? Like, there used to be a time where that was there was a barrier or something that could stop you from getting to it. Now I'm not wishing nobody to fall and bust their head wide open, but look, you need to consider your intentions. Period. Point blank. That's it, and that's all. But The thing is, another reason why I brought this situation up. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And I know some people that got these sweatshirts that say, Jesus plus a therapist. I got Jesus and a therapist. And, and some people frown upon people who go to therapy. Let me tell you something. Some of the reason why people go to therapy is because of confidentiality. Folk talk too much. People talk too much. And that's the problem. You got some people that they don't feel like they can really express what's going on with them, or talk to people without them giving harsh perspectives, or all of a sudden making it about them. Ooh. At this point in my life, if I really had something I needed to talk about, I can't talk to somebody that's going to then take it and turn around and make it about them. If I'm coming to you because I have some things that I need to discuss, and let me tell you something. And some people like, well, I just go to my pastor. Well, you know what? Listen, everybody's pastor is not technically a therapist. Yes, they can, look to the word of God and see what and provide encouragement and things like that, but there are actual classes on Christian counseling and in counseling in general. And so there are resources that are available. And if anyone who's watching, you got some things that you're going through and you need some assistance, you need some resources, I definitely have some resources and some places where you can go. It might not be me. Okay. And the only reason why I say it that way is because sometimes if you open up a door, you open the floodgates, everything is going to come at you. And I'm wise enough to know that although I have discernment in certain areas and I have knowledge in certain areas, there are some things that I'm not going to speak to unless God gives me authority to do so. Period. So I consult with God on a lot of things before I attack them and before I go into it. And if I ain't getting a green light, I'm not moving. But I know people, I know places where you can go and you can get that help and you can get those resources. Listen, it is nothing wrong with needing someone to talk to. There is nothing wrong. There's a girl that just committed suicide because she didn't have, she felt like she didn't have anybody to talk to. She felt she was just depressed. She was going through, and she was smiling. Listen, smiling faces tell lies. And there are some people who are smiling through their pain. And they are hurt and they are distraught. Life is hard. They've experienced some challenges that they have not been able to get over. There are people walking around holding so much in, and you just never know when that dam is going to break. But what I'm saying is, if you can hear the words that are coming out of my mouth, you are not by yourself. You are not alone. If you need help, reach out. Blink, say something. So that way you can be directed to where you can get some assistance, and everything is not going to hit you over the head financially. There are resources available, okay? So please breathe and know that someone cares and know that someone is praying for you, okay? That's it, and that's all on that. While we're in the mode of encouragement, let's go here. Encourage yourself. Noah didn't stop building the ark to explain himself to every doubter and hater. Keep building and let the rain do the talking. This comes from Real Talk Kim. I follow her on Instagram. She always has something encouraging to say to people. It's always something. I mean, literally around the clock, it's always something up on her page about getting through stuff. And so if you're a person who follows a lot of social media and you're kind of looking for those kind of encouraging words, stuff to hit you in the middle of the day or first thing in the morning, I would definitely recommend that you check out Check out Real Talk Kim. Noah didn't stop building the ark to uh Noah didn't stop building the ark to explain himself to every doubter and hater. Keep building and let the rain do the talking. Um I really kind of like I really like that particular phrase simply because when I hosted the Bible study on Wednesday, we talked about the fact of, and if you heard the clip, you already know you can't always listen to everyone that's going against the grain of what God told you to do, you know. And then if you're one of those people, sometimes God will drop names in your spirit or drop something in your spirit. You ain't gotta wait to tell somebody else about it. Just go do it. Reach out. Say something. Move. Go do whatever it is that He's telling you to do. And that was the topic that we talked about on Wednesday. What did God tell you to do? What did He tell you to do? And I know it's so many different ways you can go with this, and I know that there's some would say you can't say that to everybody because you'll just have people out there, well, God told me to do it, so I'm just doing it, you know. But I believe the proof will be in like Kim said, the proof will be in the rain if you if you really did what God told you to do. What you spoken will come to pass. You know, let folks doubt. That's cool. Don't get mad at them because they don't believe you. It's okay. You keep moving in the direction that God wants you to move in. These are the things that just run through my head that I come across during the week that make me think, that make me look and go, wow, like what is going on in the world today? What has it come to now? But guess what? We're right where we're supposed to be with it. I know that's not really that much. That's that's not really encouraging to you, huh? Sorry, but it's the truth. We're right where we need to be. Everything that's happening is exactly how God said it would happen. Period. So what are we supposed to do? Keep praying. Keep praying that God keep a hedge of protection around believers. Keep praying that those that have not come to know Christ and the pardon of their sin will experience a Damascus Road moment with the light shining in their face, and they'll come to their senses. That's all we can do is pray. Pray that it's not too late. God help me today. Those are words that I used to hear all the time. Pray that it's not too late. Don't let it be too late. Get to know Him now. Serve Him now. All of those phrases, I'm not gonna say it right. Colloquial phrasings that people would use in church. Do it right now while the blood is running warm in your veins. Well, that's the truth. But when you go cold, it's too late. Period. You know, those are the things. Those are the things that just, oh, yeah. That Kevin Samuel thing really messed me up. It really did. And a friend of mine who's a minister over at New Mount Calvary, he put up this post that said Kevin Samuel's death is showing more about who we are as a people as opposed to who he was as a man. I said, "Ooh, that ouch. That cut." But it was necessary. Yep. That was one of those I'm glad I have some friends around me that have knowledge and wisdom that makes you stop and go, yeah. Yeah, that was a vine that needed to be cut. Yeah. That needed some trimming. That was necessary. That was necessary. That was warranted. You know what I'm saying? His death said more about us as a people because of our reaction. Why did he say? Because of our reaction, how we're handling his death. A lady, one lady, she said, yeah, so Kevin Samuels died today. but my tomatoes are growing. Like, and in other news, like, and so what? Like, he angered people so much that they have no regard for his life. Like, what did he do to you personally? Hey, I mean, is it possible to be that mad that you don't even care about a person's life? I've had people to do me wrong and go to their grave with it. I wasn't happy that they died. That was somebody's loved one. You feel what I'm saying? Like, listen, y'all. Don't let that attitude be because mm, I'm speaking from a place of love, and I'm speaking from a place of understanding. I know you can get mad. I know you can be flustered, burning hot, ears flaming hot. I get it. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. I lost my whole feed just then, but I'm still gonna say my point, and then I'll cut and we'll be done. I don't care how I don't care how angry or how upset something can make you, and I'm speaking from a place of experience with this. Listen, it is possible to forgive and move forward. This right here, this situation with Kevin Samuel showed me that there are situations that, like, he angered people and I mean, he did not do anything to them personally. They just didn't like his perspective. But forgiveness can happen, and just in our own, how do we take it and make it a part of ourselves and a part of our daily life? Yeah, there have been some things that have hurt me, but forgiveness can happen, but that doesn't necessarily mean I have to continue to go around it. That also doesn't mean I'm gonna wish bad on a person either. You know why? Because I got an answer for that. Just because somebody did something to make me mad doesn't mean I'm gonna wish death on them or want them to be. That's not what's up. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. That's not cool. And that's why I even brought up Kevin Samuels tonight, because the attitude that people were taking concerning it was a bit it kind of left me awestruck. You know, yeah, the little joke, the little Miss Seeley joke, how he died. Yeah, that right there. Okay, we all come up with stuff, but the hurtful stuff, the oh well, serve him right, all them kind of statements. What? Because of words, man. Bye, bye. That's it. That's all. We had some technical difficulties. The camera feed cut, and we were already at the end anyway, so it wasn't even worth me getting up to try to fix it. I'm just gonna be honest, but you can still hear my words. You can still hear the words coming out of my mouth. So we're gonna call it a great night. Uh, Thanks, Spectrum. You're amazing. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. AT&T, here I come. All right, you all. You've been great. I'll see you on Wednesday night. And this has been the Just Fran Show. This has been the conversation with Fran on the Just Fran channel on YouTube. Thank you, Missy Lane. I just got your text. I know it scared you, but all is well. We're good. I'm here. That's why I continue talking, because I didn't want anybody to think that something bad had happened. All right. I love you guys dearly. You all have a good one. Good night.
Thank you again for tuning in to Conversations with Fran, available on the Just Fran channel on YouTube as well as Facebook Live. Text Tribe to 855-926-1023 to be a part of the texting community. For your considerations, 2022 bookings are now available for speaking engagements, singing, event hosting, background vocals, and acting. Contact the Just Fran brand at gmail.com or official_Just Fran on Instagram. For more information, 323-327-1152. And until next time, this is the Just Fran brand.